Science done in space, on the space shuttle and in the space station, really has three elements to it. One is understanding how human physiology and human biology in space, so we can prepare for the longer missions going deeper into space. Another is understanding how we can use the space environment for ultimately Earth applications or commercial applications, such as developing vaccines, understanding plant growth or bone degeneration, crystal formation, how we can turn these into meaningful applications. And then the third is just basic science, understanding physics, understanding biology. When we look at physical processes or biological processes in the absence of gravity or in the microgravity environment, we now get a very different perspective. It's like having a point on a graph versus 2 points on a graph from which you can draw a line that tells you so much more about how things work. One simple example I like to think of is combustion. Something as familiar as burning something, combustion. The Earth environment, we're used to, a base of flames that billow upward. Well, what happens when you take away gravity and the combustion can occur in different directions? It's a very different insight you gain by looking at that. That may ultimately or may not have practical applications, combustion in space. The same with something like a bubble. Kids are fascinated with bubbles. You blow bubbles all the time, and they form in a certain way, and they float in a certain way. What does that look like in a microgravity environment? What does that mean? What does that tell us about the physics of fluids? When you are able to look at something you think you've characterized very well in the familiar environment, in a totally new environment, you're going to learn things you did not know about how it works. So that's the sort of pure science aspect. So those three things, science in support of further exploration, science in support of Earth applications, and pure esoteric science for the sake of simply understanding new things, are all, I think, greatly served by experiments we can do on the space station.